Hey everybody, today we're going to do a little bit of time travel, and you don't even need a DeLorean. Stick around, I'll tell you what I mean. Hello my friends out there in YouTube land, it is your good buddy Philtastic Phil here, and I want to welcome you back to my channel. So just as I said in the introduction to this video, we're going to do a little bit of time traveling today. What I mean by that is, over the weekend I stopped at my mom's house and I found hidden treasure. This is one of my portfolios. It might be from high school, it might be from college, but I figured it's a good opportunity rather, to take a look and show you some of the artwork that I've done in the past. Now, you may or may not know this, but most of, I'm not going to nail a percentage, but most of the artwork that you see on my videos is my own. And those, of course, that aren't my own or whatnot, I'll put in the details of the videos just to make sure I'm not copywriting anybody, of course, and also to give credit, of course, where credit's due. So let's dive right in, and I'll tell you right away if it is something from college, there might be some objectionable material. If that's not your thing, you can just go ahead and skip past this. If this is your first time visiting my channel, welcome. Please consider subscribing, give me a thumbs up, and comment. Hey, maybe you're first-time watcher. Maybe you're a long-time subscriber. Maybe you're one of these Russian robot sites that like to put little links to, I don't know, porn clips that seemingly keep getting deleted. But let's, wherever you are, I hope you enjoy the video. So let me crack this open here. It is pretty heavy. Got some weight to it, which makes me think maybe it's college, because I was putting out a lot more stuff, of course, in college, being in art school. But you never know. And it was pretty beat up. I used to carry these things around campus. I have 3 of them. I figured, let me start here, and if you guys like this video, I might show off more. I think I know what this is. I think this is actually high school. So this was the actual portfolio I used to get into school, get into art school. This one, I don't even know what this is. This looks like it's some sort of a pattern. As you can see, it's a little destroyed here. Same here. And this is not indicative of the work I was doing. I have a folder here, and actually it has one of my college class names on it, so maybe this is not my my high school portfolio. Art making. That was a year 1 class at Mason Groves, my alma mater. I think that was actually taught by a TA. I remember I didn't care for that one at all. Yeah, and here's actually a paper I saved from that class. I guess I did good on it, got an A. This is just a color wheel, nothing big here. Let's see if I could get to the good stuff. Hopefully it's good stuff. Yeah, I mean, looking at this is definitely from my college years. Yeah, some of this is actually not even mine. Wow, I'd have to see if anybody did this, just because I remember we had one particular class, or one particular assignment, one of the early ones, where we made multiple prints and spread them and shared them throughout the class. I don't know whose this print is. I'll have to take a look here. So right now I'm showing off artwork again that is not my own. If I can remember whose it is, of course I'll give them credit. And again, we all did prints and exchanged them. Oh, what's going on here? This one's really cool. Again, unfortunately, I don't know who the artist is. If you're looking at this and you're the artist, let me know. This one was very good. Little art therapy here. Let me see if I could flip through more of these. Oh, I remember there was a kid in one of my classes that this was his particular drawing style, but this was all his stuff was like this. I can't think of his name, unfortunately. This one's really good. Okay, and this one has a name on it. Jason Hansen? Gina I don't know. Gotta look that up. if my friend, the Janimal, is watching, he's an artist. He was in this class. If you know anybody, Jan, let me know. I don't know what that one is. All right, I'm going to see if I could find some more of my stuff. Oh, this one I think was mine. Yeah, this one was mine. I think it was supposed to be a night and day scene. And I remember doing a tile cutout that I printed on paper and did a day scene and then did the same thing at night. It was supposed to be like kind of scary and nice. This is my own kind of work I'm not liking as much here. So this was the day portion. And yeah, you can see some clips from, I guess that was all from Wizard magazines at the time. I didn't cut up actual figures and whatnot. And I remember going to Kinko's and just putting them on copying them over, and I wound up getting, here's the night scene of that. And I remember I wanted to do a lot more work on it, but we were running out of time. All in all, I don't think that was my best stuff. Some of these are good, some of these, yeah, but what are you going to do? It's a journey, as they say. Yeah, you know what? These are the originals. Here we go. This was the original that was copied on it. It doesn't really do it much justice, I think. The paper's very thin. And the night scene, I could see the actual design, but because it's black on black, you can't really even see it here. Oh, I don't know who this is, but this is really good. Oh, here we go. Michelle Arla? I don't know. This is a bit more of the design before the what do you call it? Magazine. Why can't I talk today? Before the appropriated images, let's say, were put on. That's what the cutout looked like. Same class. There was some sort of a practice with the sun. Yeah, I remember this now, this assignment. The teacher would play music, and the reason I remember this is Here Comes the Sun, and say, okay, paint what you're feeling, what you're thinking. I don't know what that one was. Oh, here we go. This one is high school. I remember this one. This was actually, so this is actually a mix of high school and early college. So this is some of the stuff from my portfolio. So this, I don't remember what the assignment was. I think it was taking details of some sort of animal, and I used a crocodile. And I remembered this one because it's very colorful, which you'll see in a moment. And actually part of the college review, when I got into art school, was they particularly put this one out because they like the vibrant colors and the different takes on, if you could see that, that's a crocodile here. My old signature. I had a McFarlane-like signature. May ends in 94 there, because it was in 1994. Here was the original tile I was talking about from that other one. Yeah, not a great piece. I've said that enough today. I'm going to tell you this. I do prefer my own high school work to my college work, because at that time I feel like it was less forced. These are things that I wanted to do, not things that I was assigned to do or kind of massaged into doing. Okay, yeah, this was my take on a still life. This is pastel. I remember thinking, oh, I'm supposed to do like this big bowl of fruit, and I had never seen one where the fruit was all over the place, so I thought that was innovative at the time. I think I did that at my dad's house, and I remember, I think it was my stepmom was not too happy that was the fruit was all over the place. Okay, this is one that was in 98. I forgot what the assignment was, but I remember the teacher, the professor, I think it was Phil Ornstein, so this was my painting 1 class then, gave us a phrase and said, okay, just run with it. It's this one. It says, from the dark corner of my mind. I remember this trying to be an anti-war piece. It was just okay. I remember that somebody had a piece with a heart, and they made it out of ceramic. I don't know why that was in a painting class, and hung it under mine. And I remember the teacher going on for quite a while as how I should have not allowed that because it makes it look like it's part of that, and I understood that. This is another one from high school. Yes, this was, I remember this one. I like this one a lot. This was different ways to incorporate a letter from your name. So I picked the letter P. Yeah, this was from my senior year. So you see I had like a nice little bacon and eggs. This was supposed to be a pool, like a hotel, car, just a shopping mall, Indiana Jones, a shark attack, and the guy's hair and surfboard or a P. I don't know what that was. Alphabet soup, I remember that one. And I remember the teacher really liking this one. I think it was Mrs. Wolf with the x-ray. But hopefully your x-rays don't look like that. This was in high school. And I remember we took a field trip to some sort of like a, I don't want to say it was a park, but it was a grounds, and it was in the middle of fall. And they asked us to do a fall painting from this. I don't think this one was particularly good. I do see it's kind of a fall scene. Not my favorite. It's very kind of dark colored, mucky. Yeah. Okay. Okay, this one. Before I show you this, this is going to be a little bit of a story. So I used to wear a big black jacket, an overcoat that was a little too large for me in high school, and yeah, people always wondered what it was about. Yeah, this was before that was associated with anything negative or anything like that. And the truth was that it was a jacket that belonged to my uncle who had passed when I was in 8th grade. And when I saw it at my grandmother's house, I was like, you know, I really like this. It reminded me of him. Also reminded me of a computer game I was obsessed with at the time called Gabriel Knight. And I wore that all throughout high school to the point where I still have the jacket at my mom's house. The bottom of it is a little worn out and a little tattered just because it was dragging all over the place. But yeah, I remember this was one of the pieces I submitted for my college portfolio. And this was my jacket just kind of bunched up on a chair. And I like this because you get the different textures. You've got to excuse the ring light a little bit here. But you get the different textures of the coat and the chair and whatnot. Yeah, I like that one. You might notice, sorry to disappear, but you might notice some of these are, there's little pieces of paper flying around. What I had done when I submitted these to college, to my college universities, rather, my portfolio, I put these little descriptions just about what I was thinking. And, you know, I think it was a nice touch. A couple places I applied it, actually commented that they appreciated that a lot. This, I didn't remember this piece. This is actually pretty good. I remember I used to go into super detail. I wanted everything matching as much as I could. This looks like just a crinkled dollar. I could say that's more detailed than I would go into personally with my work today, but hey, it worked. They wanted me to do an abstract, no, this is high school, I take it back, an abstract figure. So this was, I think, one of my earliest paintings, actually. This was a girl in my class. I don't remember her name. She doesn't look like this. No, again, it's supposed to be abstract. Let me take it out of the protective sleeve here, just so you get a better look without the reflection. The color's good. You may or may not get it. You may or may not like it. That's okay. I like this. Again, I don't remember who the person was, but you could tell it's a figure, and the colors are vibrant enough. Most of my paintings are still at my mom's house. I might bring them over one day. I used to, so before I showed you a piece where I had to make a cut in the tile, I don't know what the exact word is. It was basically doing like a screen print. And this is the first one I had done actually in high school of calendar. I had an X-Files kind of day-to-day planner that I really liked to design on, and I just kind of played with that a little bit. I think I made some good use of the color there. I titled them back then. Wow, School Daze, D-A-Z-E. Okay, maybe I wasn't as good as naming. Okay. This, oh, wow, I forgot about this one. This is actually okay for the time. I like to think a little bit better now. This was a sketch of my brother Joe Mooch, who I've talked about on the show before. And he was probably 2 or 3 at the time. That's not what he really looked like, but you know what? I think that was like one of my first figure sketches. So I think that's good. This was that same dark landscape. I'd pull it out, but it's under some other pictures now. But this was the light side of that. And this one I like more than the other, of course. Very vibrant. You know, considering these are over 20 years old at this time, I think it's pretty good. This one was high school as well. I remember this was a detail from a leaf and a piece of a plant that was with colored pencil. I remember that was my first colored pencil drawing. I was nervous about it. So there are a couple pieces that I don't have any longer. And these are some details of them. I had a, I'm trying to see if there's a good one. There isn't. I had a, I worked part-time at a computer store when I was in high school. I did like their marketing stuff, and they were supposed to teach me how to repair and put together computers. That didn't happen. But they wound up throwing away anything that was shorted out or bad that they weren't using. So one day I was just asked the boss, hey, can I take these for something? He said, yeah, sure, whatever. And out of that I had made a sculpture of, looked like kind of like a tiki head. And I remember I actually put a battery-powered light inside and some colored cellophane, and it made it look like his eyes were glowing green. That was actually a piece that a couple places were like, yeah, we liked that the most out of your portfolio. This was high school. I much like this one. It's a nice big wave. I used to really love using those vibrant colors. I still do. This one, I don't remember what the assignment was. I think it was to kind of create your own, like, not, what do you call it? Not a Wadian, but like a job posting. So I made it like I was a quote-unquote hitman trying to get a job as a library assistant. And there's a picture of me back from, that's got to be 96. I'll admit it's not the douchiest picture of me I've ever seen, but I don't know, some of the jokes it looks like I was kind of stretching on. But I had fun doing that one. I kind of sort of remember that now. Here is newsprint. Let's see if there's any sketches here worth showing. I think these were just all like drawing exercises. This one's pretty good. This was a color sketch. I'm going to give you a little warning, there's some nudity in this one, so we'll count to 4 to give you a chance to change the channel or to hide your eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so that one actually I quite like. I don't remember doing that one at all. So this one's got to be college. I didn't have that opportunity in high school. So here was a picture. This again was from my high school portfolio. This was my dog at the time, Holly. I remember her. And I just remember one of the admissions officers like, yeah, you got a fat dog. And I was like, oh, she's old. And I think she was diabetic at the time too, so who knows. Oh, this one I'm really happy to see here. I used to love, and I still do to a certain degree, Quentin Tarantino films. And I had seen, at the time there was only, I'm trying to think, yeah, there's only 2 based on this, Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction. So one thing I noticed, and this stays true to this day, Tarantino, before he ever has a big scene in one of his movies, before something happens, everybody's always talking, and talking of course now, everybody's always eating something or drinking something. So I was like, yeah, what if we took all these and took all these characters and put them into one location? So I had a diner here. I remember actually having to pause, it was the VHS at the time, to kind of get the facial features and everything down. And yeah, you know what, the character drawings are not the best by any means, but the thought was there, and yeah, I could definitely see the semblances and whatnot. And again, no internet at that time, or no reliable internet, I should say, to pause a picture, and even if you did, you didn't get a good one. So this was all off of VHS, hitting that pause button. What else here? Yes, along those same lines, I remember this, we had to find a soliloquy or just something in writing and make up a picture for it. So I had chosen the bathroom scene from Reservoir Dogs. And actually, I'll say this. My teacher asked me to bring in 3 choices, and she was going to pick one. And I remember there was this one. I don't remember what the second one was, but the third one was... Oh, no, the second one was... Here we go. Both comic book related. Apart from Sabertooth Attacks, that one shot from, I think, 96, where Sabertooth had escaped the facilities at Xavier, and I remember Cyclops had to hunt them down. Cyclops and the rest of the X-Men. Wolverine wasn't involved, I remember that much. And the other one was from Onslaught Marvel Universe, particularly the scene where Hulk and Onslaught are facing off, because I remember reading, and this Jade Giant. And my teacher's like, yeah, I go with the Reservoir Dogs one. I was like, okay. This was a landscape scene. Nice, very colorful. It's held up, actually, considering how long it's been. Okay, other piece I'm going to show you. I don't remember if this was college or if this was high school. It's just a simple repeating pattern. But there it is. That's the grand finale. Now, these were not all of the pieces that were in my high school portfolio. This is just the ones that I could find, of course, the one that's happened to be in here. Yeah, I mean, look, this was indicative of the work I was doing at that time. What I did then is not what I'm doing now. If you've looked at any of my artwork, you know that. But one thing I could definitely see the beginnings of my fandom, I guess you could say. And, you know, look, there wasn't anything really comic book related in here, or maybe a little bit of that screen print at the beginning, but you could tell the appreciation and the love of a fan, I guess you could say, for lack of a better description, is there in a couple pieces of the work. Well, I hope that you enjoyed the review of this portfolio. If you did, of course, leave a comment. I do have 2 other portfolios to go through. I just figured it'd be fun to show this one off. I had an inkling that it was high school stuff, and I'm glad that I found some of these here. If I find anything else interesting, maybe I'll just grab my paintings from my mom's house. I'll bring them over and show them to you. But again, thank you again for watching the channel. I hope that you appreciate, I appreciate you stopping by, of course. I hope that you enjoyed the video. Thank you again for checking this out. And if I don't speak to you before Thanksgiving, have a very healthy and happy Thanksgiving. Thanks again. Peace, love.